We're going to get into this live review of Married to Medicine, Season 10, Episode 6, titled Wine Country. And I know I'm extremely behind, y'all. Y'all just go ahead and bear with me. But if you enjoyed this review, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you didn't enjoy this review, make sure you dislike, share, comment, and subscribe. Now let's get into it. So Heavenly says that she's gonna go in on her day off to fix some teeth, and Jackie's telling the other doctor about how this one man's sperm count so low. And then Gregory and Sweet Tea are enjoying newlywed bliss. And then the ladies meet up for lunch. Some of the ladies. It was Toya, Heavenly, Simone, and Jackie. Met up for a little brunch, and Toya says that she got them together for a Napa trip that she has coming up. In her confessional, Toya says that she wants to introduce all her friends to her wine collection, and a great way to do that is a trip to Napa Valley. And she said that she can take them on a Classy's girls trip. And then Toya tells the ladies that if they're gonna go to Napa, it doesn't make sense for Quad to be there because she's going for business, and she wants to make sure that when she's meeting these VPs that they see them in a good light. And also that they shouldn't invite Quad because of the funeral home fiasco, and that Quad want all of them to just accept the stuff that she's done, and that there was never an apology for anything. By the way, like I said, it's only Toya, Heavenly, Simone, and Jackie, not all of them, not even the new one, Alicia, nobody. And then in our confessional, Simone says that the resurrection event really left a bad taste in her mouth, and that it was basically Quad's way of wiping the clean slate of what they've done to her, but not the other way around. And Simone tells Toya that she and Quad have had moments that were decent. She just doesn't understand how they always fall out. And Toya says that when she looks back on every situation she and Quad would key about, she felt like it was at her own expense. And in our confessional, Toya says that Quad has done some things to her that are hard to forget. And they show a clip of Toya and Quad going at each other again. And Toya says that she's tried with Quad, and that it's been 10 years. And Toya asked the ladies, where do they as a collective stand with Quad? And Heavenly says that she's been a sister to Quad, but their relationship is weird because whenever Quad has something else going on, she abandons their relationship. So how close could it really be? And the other lady's not in agreement. And Heavenly says that it's no hard feelings though. And in her confessional, Heavenly says that Quad doesn't really reach out to anyone in the group one-on-one anymore, and that once she had Phaedra, she didn't really need the rest of them and kind of cut her off. And then Toya says that she doesn't want any more theatrics, and that there needs to be a conversation had where the other three ladies really state the case that this is their last trip. And Jackie says, so am I hearing that Quad should go on a trip to Napa? And Toya says that she thinks good friends should try to keep them all together, and Heavenly agrees. This was obviously something that production said, girl, if you don't try with this lady so we can keep her on the show for this season. Because I'm trying to tell you, I don't think Phaedra coming back, y'all. I don't think Phaedra Parks is coming back. And honestly, I thought she would be good on the show, but no, I'm not liking her on this show. She needs to go back to Housewives where she is comfortable at. Even if Candy gotta go, bring Phaedra back onto the Housewives, because no thank you. But in her confessional, Jackie says bringing Quad on a trip is about allowing her another chance for accountability. Jackie, we still don't fuck with you after that whole nurse and doctor shit about saying that Black women exacerbate their pain and stuff. So girl, it's fuck you forever. And then Heavenly is on her jealous tip saying that she should call Phaedra since she's been bringing Quad to all the events that she hasn't been invited to. And then Jackie says that you own it, you fix it, and you move forward. And like I said, let's see if you can take your own advice, Jackie. I need to take that advice too. But then Toya says that they need to set the tone with Quad from the jump, and that they are the core four. And then Heavenly is with her daughter, Alora, and they're doing their mother-daughter chatting, and how Alora says that she's trying to go out later, and Heavenly is like, nah, she scheduled a time for them to go look at schools so she can stay close to home and still run the beauty supply store. And Alora's not having that shit. And in her confessional, Heavenly says that she feels like she's done everything she possibly can to convince her daughter to stay for college. But Alora was like, and I was thinking, and then she takes off her blanket and she has a FAMU jacket on, and Heavenly is not impressed, even though that is the school that Heavenly graduated from. And Laura and Heavenly finally get on the same page about FAMU, and Heavenly cools over the fact that Laura wants to be her majoring in biology and going to the same college and all of that stuff. And now we're with Simone. And Simone and Cecil and the boys are going to go check out some apartments and saying that they're going to kill two birds with one stone by investing in a property and moving the boys out all at once. And then Simone pulls out a contract for them to sign in order to stay there, and everybody is laughing but her. And some of the rules is that Miles has 1 year there rent free, and that the other son has 2 years, and that she doesn't want to come over and to see a dirty bathroom, and that nobody stays over more than 2 nights. And in her confessional, Simone says that she is serious and that they have to follow the rules, and if the contract or they have to follow the rules of the contract or move back home, and she knows that nobody wants to do that. And Cecil is like, he's going to miss the kids, but they won't recognize their rooms when they come back home because they're going to tear the house up. And now with Toya and Eugene, and they chat about the Napa trip. And in his confessional, Eugene says that it's amazing what Toya is doing with the wine club, and it's good to see her jumping into a field she really enjoys. And Toya says that as far as the ladies are concerned, they're going for a girls' trip and not to argue. And Eugene says that it's her weekend for her business and her brand, but says that she doesn't want to argue with anybody, so bringing Quad would be an automatic argument. And in his confessional, Eugene says that he's not the biggest fan of Quad going on their trip, and to keep an eye open. She's like, okay, Eugene tells her to keep an eye open. She's like, I got it. And then he tells Toya that he doesn't trust her interaction with the group, especially he doesn't trust Quad's interaction with the group, especially with Toya. And Toya says she already said her piece, and if anything, Quad needs to apologize. And if she can't do that, then whatever. But she doesn't want the trip to be all about her. And I know this is just for ratings, but y'all really know that this is going to be some mess if you keep saying that you don't want the drama, but y'all always fight every time Quad comes around. Just think about what happened at the funeral home. And then they meet at the airport, and Simone's very excited for the trip. And then some take videos and stuff as they arrive, and they get in the party bus and they go to the hotel. And in her confessional, Toya says that this is one of those wait and see moments, and she's okay with that if Quad shows or doesn't show. And then Sweet Tea mentions how she's never been to Cali before, and Simone is like, well, this is the second time we've been a part of something monumental in your life. And then Heavenly tells Sweet Tea that she wanted to celebrate her special day with her, and Letitia is like, nah, no you didn't. And she says that she says that Heavenly said that she and Gregory's marriage was going to fail, but first said that they were a perfect match. So, like, which is it? And then Heavenly opening her big ass mouth saying, no, your man is 55 and you're 30, and it's just gonna, it's just like you messing with a grown man and you a little girl. And Letitia says, no, you don't know that. And then Simone says, let's stop all of this, let's keep it light. And Heavenly says that her man is old as dirt. And in her confessional, Toya says that it's annoying seeing that those ladies are in such a beautiful place and all they can think to do is argue. Trust me, Toya, if this wasn't your trip, you'd be arguing too, okay? But Heavenly gives a half-ass, I'm truly sorry if you felt I did something wrong, then type of apology to Letitia. And Letitia says to her to just be there for her and that she won't confide in her anymore. And Heavenly says good. And then they arrive to the ranch, and it's really, really nice. And in her confessional, Toya says that she's got everything really nice and set up, and that she's paired she and Simone together and Jackie and Heavenly together, and the other ladies had their own rooms. But then Simone asks where is she putting Quad, and Toya says that she didn't get her room because she wasn't sure if Phaedra was really going to invite her. And Simone's looking at her like, oh shit. And then Toya goes around asking the ladies if they will let Quad bunk with them, and if she decides to show up. And the ladies forced the new girl Alicia to share her room with Quad. Now Loki felt bad because obviously she didn't want to say no, but she didn't really have no choice. And then the ladies are about to go on a bike ride through the ranch. And in her confessional, Heavenly says that she doesn't know who taught Alicia how to ride a bike because you got to put your kickstand up. And she says, she's not dumb, but compared to the other bitches, she seems that way because they're so brilliant. All Heavenly do is open her mouth. Like, Lord, help me with my tongue because I don't want to be like that. I know I've been like that before, just saying anything out of my mouth, but Lord help me because she doing this shit on TV. And when she get older, she gonna be like, oh my gosh, did I really? And I'm not gonna lie, Heavenly is like the reason why a lot of people started to watch the show, because Her mouth is so messed up. Look at her. Look at her. Her mouth is the most like, oh my gosh. And then some of the ladies are getting in the spa. I think it was like Sweet Tea, Toya, and it might have been Simone. And then Letitia mentions how she was catching up with Gregory, telling him how everything was going and was heavily set on the bus. And then a clip of Letitia and Gregory talking on the phone, and she says to him how Heavenly said that he has worms and how she wants an old man. And he's like, I don't know why people want to talk about that. I want to hear more about the worms. Let's not skip that, okay? But then Toya asks Letitia why she told Gregory what Heavenly said, and she's like, because that's his dentist. He needs to know. And they're like, what, for real? And in her confessional, Toya says that she's not going to Heavenly for any dental work, neither, and neither is Eugene. And she's shocked that people do go to her for it. And I just thought hashtag Junkie Dineva. Y'all know who that is. Shout out to AT Aliens. Shout out to Michelle. Y'all know who Junkie Dineva is, okay? I'm gonna make sure I put that in the hashtag because yeah. And now Quad is on her way to the other ladies at the ranch. In her confessional, she says that she loves California and it seems like she's on a good track with everyone in the group and that she wants to support Toya and that she can still see through the shade and still support her at the same time. She shouldn't have showed up. This shit is just like the Kiki thing for Love and Marriage Huntsville. If you know you're not wanted somewhere, you don't need to just keep showing up. It's going to get on people's nerves. And then Letitia opens the door for Quad, and Toya is like, oh, hey, your luggage, I know you was coming. And Quad says that she had to come to support. Toya tells her about not having room for her in the situation, how nobody wanted to share a room with her. And Quad is trying to be nice and is like, oh, I do have my own money. I can find another spot to go. And Toya's like, nah, we got your room. But Quad reiterates her point. And then Simone is like, nah, we're not going to do that. But then Quad asks Toya where she got her room at. Like, is it in the dungeon or something, trying to be funny. And not even with the king-size bed. And then Simone asks her if she thinks Toya would really do her like that. And Quad takes a deep sigh. And Quad says that in her confessional that this is when the BS starts and that at the resurrection, everybody was cool. But Toya knows how, they still have a problem, basically. And now Quad is joking, asking her if her room is in the field. And then they say their shady goodbyes, to get ready for the night. And then Toya takes a deep breath, and Simone says Toya has an attitude and says that she knew Quad was going to come in with high energy. And Toya says, yeah, well, what was all of that, Simone? Like, what was your energy? And she says it worries her because it's like they smile in bitches' faces and talk behind their backs. This is exactly what Toya said to Simone. Simone says, nah, girl, when we go to dinner, I'll get it all out. Trust me. And in her confessional, Simone says that Toya and Quad have their beef, but she has her own specific issues with Quad, that she's MIA and stuff like that. And Simone tells Toya that she hates that she doesn't have any faith in her. And Toya says that it's not about that, stop trying to bait and switch. And Simone says no, she can be cordial with anyone. And then in her confessional, Simone says that there's no reason to have Quad put on guard when she's when she already needs to apologize to everybody. Like, she needs to come to the dinner thinking that everything is cool and that she can process things. And then Phaedra and Jackie finally arrive, and apparently Phaedra was supposed to get on a flight with Quad to Cali, but she says that there was a mix-up with her kids and she had to catch a later flight. And then Toya asks her, oh, you sure? You sure it's okay? Like, there's nothing wrong with you and Quad? And Phaedra says, no, we're good. We're good. And then in her confessional, Toya says that she calls BS and that Phaedra switched her flight so she wouldn't have to ride with her bestie Quad. And yeah, probably, and then a clip from the brunch shows Toya saying that Phaedra told her that she's sorry and that she doesn't want her to keep thinking that she keeps bringing Quad around. And, I don't really know how true that statement is because it came out of Toya's mouth, but you could tell the energy in the rest of the episode that Phaedra was just not fucking with Quad no more. You could even see it in the thumbnail from the last review. She was not fucking with Quad. She was very disappointed in her because she didn't apologize. And then Jackie says that at the resurrection, Quad didn't make Phaedra look good, nor did she help herself. And Phaedra will cut you off if you don't make her look good. And then they get ready for dinner, and Sweet Tea takes a nice sip of Crown Royal while she's getting dressed. Because I know she dealing with these ladies, she gotta get her libations right. And then they have a beautiful black lady violinist as they're sitting, you know, to eat and stuff. And any other time as they're sitting, Jackie don't have shit to say. She don't have anything to say. She's stoic, right? Just like that, she's stoic. But now she want to talk about how she's gonna go meet Kamala Harris and she's super excited, and they're talking about Black maternity mortality, and she's cheesing and Kiki and like, girl, fuck you. Like, I'll never let you live down or let anyone live down who agrees with the fuck shit that you said about Black women being pregnant. And she says she's so nervous because she doesn't want to say the wrong thing. And it's like, oh, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You already said the wrong thing. Don't nobody fuck with Kamala Harris anyway. And don't nobody fuck with you either. So whatever. And then Phaedra arrives, then Quad arrives, and then you can tell that the energy changes immediately, and it's very, very awkward, especially after she congratulates Toya. And then Simone says, well, you know, it's good that you want to be here right now to support her, but the elephant in the room is addressing her status with the group overall, especially the OGs of the group. And Quad looks confused, but she says she's done things that she should have done better, but she also feels that there wasn't always a safe space for her to open up to them. And again, like my thumbnail says, is Quad the only thing that y'all can talk about? There's been a whole wedding, there's been proms and stuff done on the season so far, and all y'all can talk about is Quad. Y'all always only want to talk about the dark skinned one. She's the only one that can make shit rock. Look at my last 2 reviews that I did today on the same day. 3 different shows I'm reviewing, and y'all all treat the dark skinned girl the same way. Y'all gonna have to fix that shit. Y'all gotta fix that. And then Simone tells Quad that she needs to stop playing victim, and that they all have wished someone had done something better, and that they have all would have liked that she had more support. And Simone asks what has changed, like why does she want to hang around a group of women that she doesn't feel safe or supportive around? And Quad says while Simone was talking, well, I ain't going through none right now, so, and I get it. It's like, well, I ain't going through none right now, so let me come back with y'all while y'all going through y'all shit, and I'm cool. But that's not always fair. That's not okay. I get it, but it's not okay. It's not fair. Quad says that it's a second chance and it's a clean slate for everyone. And in her confessional, Toya says that it's a typical Quad. She's not trying to own up to anything or understand their point of view. And then Quad admits emotionally retreating and stepping back from all of them, but she wants to do good with them and vice versa. And that right now she doesn't have any emotional attachment to them, but she's trying to get that back. And in her confessional, Heavenly says that Quad stop acting like she does have love for them, but if she doesn't have any emotional attachment, then what is she there for? Like, if you're done, then be done. And you can just tell that Heavenly was just completely through. Heavenly says that her issue with Quad is that she hadn't heard from her after meeting up with her and Phaedra at the house. And then when they talked on the phone, she said that when Heavenly talked on the phone with Phaedra, she said that she wasn't bringing Quad on the trip. And then after that, Quad called Heavenly and says that she feel like Quad used her to get on a trip, and that after that Phaedra put her down, she felt like she used her. And Quad says, that lady Phaedra right here, she put me down, and points at Phaedra, and Phaedra nods her head. And Heavenly says, yeah, I think even after she changed her flight so she didn't have to fly with you, and that she definitely wasn't going to bring her on this trip at all. And then Quad looks right over to Phaedra and says that Phaedra says that she was going to keep inviting Quad to stuff, and it was going to always be like this, and the energy that she had made it very clear. And Quad says that she didn't even know that she and Phaedra weren't cool at all, and she doesn't need her telling her that she isn't bringing her around Miss Phaedra Parks. It just because she needs to remember how she got into that group anyway. And then Heavenly says that she thinks that they can all agree that Quad uses people, and Quad says no, that's not true. And Heavenly says don't use me. She's trying to be a good friend to Quad, and that she's been a good friend to her, and that even Jackie said Quad was using her. And in her confessional, Heavenly says that she hasn't heard from Quad even after she met her at her house and she spoke to Phaedra on the phone. She said she could no longer support Quad and what she was doing, and that every time she tried to help Quad back into the group, it didn't go that way. And y'all, I just felt like y'all don't have no show without Quad and beefing with her at this point. Like, I don't know what the ratings and stuff was like before Quad came back. Obviously, they probably weren't good because y'all keep, like, she comes back and she leaves. She come back and she leaves. And it's like y'all be mad when she come back, but obviously that is what keeps y'all with some checks, low key. Like all y'all been doing is talking about her since the show started. Oh, invite Quad to the bridal shower. Oh, invite Quad to this, or don't invite her to that. Like y'all don't know what y'all want. Then Heavenly says in her confessional that immediately after she got off the phone with Phaedra, Quad calls her and is like, "What's the tea?" But she hadn't heard from her, so she's like, what is she to think? And then Heavenly tells Quad that she needs her to own her shit. She said that this stuff that Heavenly says that Quad said to Phaedra, she just be lying all the time, and that it's a whole mess, and that Quad told them that Phaedra dated Dr. G, but Phaedra said that they never did. And then Quad says that Gregory told her that they dated and that they were going that they were doing good at first, and then she asked him $4,000 a month, and the tables starts to crack up completely. And then Phaedra asks Letitia if Greg had ever told her that, and she says no, but he did tell her that they went on a date, but it wasn't serious. And then Heavenly is like, nah, y'all gonna hear me, and tells Quad that her point is that she's a user, and Quad says no, I have been used. And Heavenly says she knew Quad was gonna come with this BS and she's sick of her shit. And then that was the end of that episode. Like I said, I feel like y'all don't have these shows. Y'all can't have these shows without these dark-skinned women, so y'all can beat them down, punch them down. With Jackie out here, who never had no fucking kids, is telling people, oh no, you're exacerbating your pain. You don't need to be off of work, this, that, and the third. Like, no, we're not gonna keep doing this. We're not gonna keep doing this. Okay, but like I said, y'all bear with me. I'm trying to really catch up on my reviews. And I will let y'all know when I come back with some more. Just bear with me, y'all. And if you enjoyed this review, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you didn't enjoy this review, make sure you dislike, share, comment, subscribe. And I'm gonna see you on the next one.